we got a tape 3 in the building. Tape 3. Yeah, I like that UAV light. I like blinking though. I ain't never knew that I could do that. Alright, what's good, guys? Welcome back to a brand new banger. It's your boy XX Ika. Hope everybody's doing amazing. Take care of themselves as always. Much love and light to you guys. And celebrate yourself. I know, like what? We've been through so much during these past few weeks, but we're still here. We're still alive. We are still surviving. Like, honestly, holy macaroni, you are one tough cookie. That person behind the screen, oh my God, you are one tough cookie. Like, do you know what you have been put through? Jeez, but yeah, let me just jump in. Let me just jump straight into the story, man. Man, I think now that I have more time to adjust, to myself. So I was upset. I didn't expect to be so upset. I have never, ever, ever in my life got upset. It sounds crazy, right? It does sound crazy. Because I'm talking about, like, I mentally will only get upset because I stubbed my toe, there's a small problem, maybe I'm just having a bad day. I could be upset for a good 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll get over it. But I'm like, nah. I really did. Like, I was like, I actually am upset. How did I deal with it, right? I went out. I did the healing work. I literally had no choice but to go within. I had to figure out what was upsetting me. I had to figure out, do I destroy or do I maintain? But the number one rule, if you're ever upset about something, they say not to react on your first impulse, Really take some time to process what's making you upset and why your actions should be validated. Because when anybody's upset, of course, we're going to go with that first idea in our head. Just grab a hammer and jump out the window and do a backflip with the hammer. That's just basically what the first thought in your head is like, And I guess through that, I have always been up for the challenge. I have always been somebody who's not easily gonna back down from a challenge, as the challenge is fun. I love a good challenge, So I didn't really see it as a big problem or an issue. I just did not like the lying, the lying. Anybody lying is just, if somebody's lying, you don't know, what's real, what's fake. Are you gonna die tomorrow? Am I gonna die tomorrow? We don't know. Somebody is just lying. So it's like, I don't like liars. I don't. So, yeah. It's BTA, it's Bell to Us, it's discipline season. And also, October, it's the spooky season. So my season's coming up. I love Halloween, Yeah, all the great horror movies come on, great vibes, like what? But besides that, I realized also for, somebody to really take things so far and out of pocket, there was a lot more behind the scenes that were like wasn't said. There's a lot more behind the scenes that people are still going through and experiencing, because they are scared to face their truth. They're scared to be themselves for once in a lifetime. They're scared to, I don't know, wake up and be like, yo, this is my life and I have to start taking responsibility for my life. They're scared to admit that I have fumbled badly, and this is like, it's kind of childish, definitely, but it also sorts from a lot of unhealed wounds in the past. Somebody wasn't really able to voice their own opinion, somebody who's not able to feel like they're getting their word across, so they probably just bottle up inside, cry in private, release later. But there was pretty good times. Like, there was actually pretty amazing times that opened my eyes, and through the experience of holy macaroni. What? When I tell you, I know this is kind of off topic, but when I tell you, I had like literally deja vu of being in this place, in this building, and I could not believe it was like a message from my future self sent me in the past so I could be aware, which is absolutely mind-blowing, because the way how everything played out, mind-blowing, email. But holy macaroni, son, like putting them pieces together goes crazy. But like I said, I've helped a lot of people, I really have, like literally. And so when I looked at it, like, yo, this is something that this person can get over, or it's a challenge, and I might be up for the challenge, but it comes with darkness. Because this person is like literally, what I'm saying, they're not living in darkness, but like they're surrounding themselves with darkness, and they may never ever be able to break free. I probably was the last hope, I'm not gonna lie. Usually when God or the divine sends me in, especially when oh my God, I can literally cry right now. Like, it was a guy who came to me with like suicidal thoughts, bro. And I wasn't ready. I didn't know, like, was he like real or lying or playing, or just like, he was dead serious. And I was like, out of all the people, this guy came to me and asked for my advice. Like, what should I do with my life? And like things like that. Like, I tried to talk to him like a little bit, but I was also having a really bad day. I was. And I didn't know how to I didn't want to, because like, what am I going to do with my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, that little low vibration of mine, because I'm literally, like, once out of the blue, I'm having a bad day. It's raining outside, and this guy comes to me, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy needs a hug, bro. Like, he's like, yo, I'm basically dying already, and like, suicide should be legal, and there's no point for me in life. And I'm like, no, you got it all backwards. Like, you're still here. Like, you can always make the best out of it now. And I would be that friend. Like, if I can go back in time, I would like tell him I would be his friend, not because he's dying, but I would be his friend and show him like, yo, there's love out there. You came to me for a reason, like for real, for real. And then it's just like, it hurts. It hurts my heart. It hurts my soul because I just wasn't having a good day and the universe brung that person to me, and it's hard to forgive, but I'm like, yo, I have to forgive myself because like I never been through nothing like that before. It was like my first time ever experience in life, and like I realized when that guy was telling me them words, it was genuinely, he didn't know what to do, but he was directed to me. So it was like the next morning I was like, yeah, I was crying a little bit. I was like sad. Because I came out and basically I didn't know him. He was a stranger. But I just knew he did what he said he was gonna do. And I was just thinking like, yo, like I could have ran up to this guy and hugged him. And like literally just, I'm that person like, yo, I could have literally just like ran up to that guy and been like, yo, like we're gonna get through this. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, we're gonna get through this. Team up. Spend 30 minutes, spend 25 to spend some time. And it's just like, yo, I didn't spend no time with that dude, bro. I gave him like 5 minutes and I'm like, yo, I'm just not feeling me today. I just wanted to be chilling. And I realized like, nah, I'm really here, bro. I'm really here for a reason. I guess that's to like uplift people, to bring them up. Sometimes people need that. People don't know their own worth. People don't know what they're going through. That's why sometimes I ask myself too, like, I'll be like, yo, like, am I the only person who sees like this in the world? Like, y'all, I really met some cold people, like cold people for no reason. And I'm really was debating, like, I was like, why should these people deserve my spiritual knowledge, my wisdom, my inner peace? A part of me speaking my truth gives them happiness, you know? It's because we wasn't raised right. It's because they weren't raised right. And no matter what age you are, you could be 45 and still act like a goddamn kid. And nothing's wrong with that. But you gotta be responsible of your life, though. I don't mean like point blank act like a child. But I mean like you gotta know when to turn on and off the fun and be like, yo, I'm serious about what I have going on. I'm serious about my situation. I'm serious about my mental health. I'm serious about my life. So when it comes to the people that's in my circle and around me, I love them dearly, but at the same time, it's like they at least gotta know, like, yo, there's an on and off. You gotta take care of yourself, fam. You have to. Like, nobody wants to crash out, you know, around you, and then like that crash out with that one bad apple of the group mess it up for everybody. Now we all dying. Or one mistake is crazy, and it's scary because now I'm feeling like, damn, like I didn't know like a person can just be evil just to be evil. That's a real thing. I didn't get it. Like I tried thinking about it. I tried processing it. I'm like, damn, like, so you telling me I can be smooth, show gratitude, even help you out, and it's like they wasn't raised right. And we gotta stay away from people like that. because they wasn't raised right. And we don't have time to babysit them. We don't have time to show them, oh, this is the stove. When you turn the stove on, your hand can get burned. I'm not there. I'm not there yet. I'm not a babysitter, but like, grow up. Grow up. Point blank, period. Now my current situation, I want to say, like, this person is not a lunatic. They just play dumb, literally. And they have a lot of fucking potential. A lot of fucking potential, because if I chose a person, if I pick somebody, anybody knows an Aquarius person does not get picked. Like, we have to pick you. That's just a saying. But like, if anybody knows I'm going to choose somebody, I literally chose that person because that person is like genuinely has gifts or is special, or there's something really unique about that person, right? So I've seen it all. The contract, how much time was spent from to realizing like, yo, this is real life. And like, the bad, the good, the flaws, the sins, I'm just like, yo, you gotta get on your shit. You have to, because like, I already knew it was faulty. It was faulty foundation. Very faulty. But it's the growth. I've just never been down. Like I said before, never been trying to back down from a challenge that's hard. And I realized there was other things. There was other key details to that timeline where I know it's over. It's played out. But there was other things that I seen, and I was just like, yo, do you see that? Do you see that? Do you hear it? But they wasn't really like, yeah, they wasn't really tapped into that. There was never really a bad moment, really. Yeah, this wasn't a really bad moment. I don't think the person was a bad person. I just think they was just raised wrong. And that cult is washed up. Just try it out. They gonna turn on you the moment they will. Them people, them friends. You can stay around them for as long as you want. But yeah, they will turn. It's either that, or they're gonna want you to be a placement holder, a placement bot for validation. You know, you're gonna be that supply person. And life is beautiful. Life is not all that bad. They did say all guys are evil, and that was another clue of being traumatically hurt. If any girl ever tells you all guys are evil, it's time to go. It's time to leave, because they've been done wrong. They don't know how to explain how they was done wrong, but they was done so dirty, they said, fuck it. All guys are evil. You can be a nice person. You can be a smooth dude too. Doesn't mean nothing. And there's also decent girls out there too who's a little bit more self-aware. But I think the problem is that they believe that all guys are abusive. No. Girls are also abusive people. Girls will also manipulate you and lie to you and think they're not abusive. They don't physically have to hit you. They can still be abusive. mentally. And then when a guy flips out and smacks a B, then they call the cops and now the guy looks crazy, right? No, it's because of all of that holding on to something that just don't feel right. And if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't sit right with you, don't spend the next 20 years wasting it on somebody who don't deserve you. Word. But then they get comfortable. And this is what they're used to. And this is where, oh, we had a child. It was rainbows, it was sparkles. And now, vice versa, that child is being used against you. Probably taking full custody of the kids. Probably every single time you about to walk out, they throw them kids in your face. They be like, yo, I don't know, such and such, or we got to do this for the kids, or we got to be there for the kid, and this kid right here is missing out on great life, missing out on everything. And they try to get in your head. So when it comes to protecting the mental and the mind, that's a real entrapment. That's a real entrapment. They don't feel like they can ever be free. This person is literally like whatever. That's a real entrapment. Like, for real, a lot of females go through that. A lot of females go through so much BS from guys. And guys go through the same thing. They do from females. And I guess the only way to really tap in is with yourself. You gotta disconnect. You gotta go into hermit mode. You gotta figure out a new perspective on life. When you feel comfortable enough to be around yourself and not surround yourself with other people for validation, that's like the only way you can start to see clearer. The only way you're gonna hear the universe talking to you. The only way you're gonna get them bright ideas to do something about your life. You can be anybody who you wanna be. But the universe ain't gonna force you to be nobody if you don't wanna be nobody. You got free will. Yeah, shout out to you guys once again. Thanks for stopping by. Did you listen to me chat or do the rant? Much love. I was finding love. I had to find love for myself. I had to rebuild. Oh, behind the scenes. I'm gonna do a behind the scenes real quick, man. Cause regardless or not, I had to literally go through that experience, and this person is like acting like that shit didn't happen. Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, to act like that shit did not happen is it's crazy. It is crazy. So this is another way. When you want to get something off your mind, you speak it. You speak it into existence. And you let the world know that this should not be allowed. And you're not going to allow it. You're not going to stand for it no more. Because I'm here to make a difference. And so are you. Duh. Like, pay attention to what the psychic lady told you. She told you the same shit. She said, yo, you're going to be a healer. You're supposed to be doing something else. You're supposed to be motivating these people. You're supposed to be like, word. So, behind the scenes, brother, behind the scenes, let me talk to you, bro. Dating is scary now. Dating is scary, bro. I need to talk to all the fellas, all the brothers, all the like people, for the men. I know it seems fun to date, but this shit is scary, brother. It's like, regardless of my situation, what I've been through, hell yeah, like, piece of cake is nothing. Feel me? But when you about to put yourself back out there, like for real, that it's scary now. Absolutely. I'm terrified. I'm not trauma like super like, oh, it's the end of the world. I know who I am. I know I could bag anybody in the world. I just have to be me. I'm pretty chill. Not that hard. It's not that hard. Not that simple. Right? But I'm just saying, if y'all gonna step out there, because behind the scenes is, it was darkness. It was darkness. If things don't play out how you imagine it to go, or it seems, and remember these rules, be grateful for everything life has to offer you, even the small things, the attitude of gratitude. That's what kind of saved me too, from realizing, this is just some BS. I truly did experience and take joy from every single moment, the fun times, the great times, and what it showed me, what I learned from it, who I am now. That's literally it. That's literally the go-to. And second, you won't get tricked. You won't get fooled if you don't fool yourself. The longer you stay into something, I realize the more it affects your mental. The longer you pretend that problem or that issue is not there, the more it affects your mental. It's because you're now loving from your heart. You're loving so deeply from your heart. Your mind doesn't tell you that there's nothing really there. It's just your heart. But once you peep red flags, if you see any red flags, I'm not saying run out the door, but I'm saying if you can't nip a red flag in the butt, you should run out the door, because this person, they just might not have it all figured out for themselves. And they may love you too, but don't know how to express it. So when that happens, it's just time to go. There's better out there. There's plenty of other fish in the sea. And I hope everybody finds their way, you feel me? It's a lot of darkness out there. There is. But your light cannot be broken. Your light is unstoppable. You, me, we've been through some shit. Yes. Yeah. Peace out. Much love to you guys. I catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.